Hello and welcome to the first ever Party of One WrestleMania Spectacular. I am Kevin Colbert, your special guest ring announcer for the evening. The following podcast is scheduled for one episode. Introducing first the Game Master, weighing in at 16 episodes, hailing from the Party of One podcast. He is Jeff.
But the goal isn't to live forever, but to create something that will. 2, 3, here we go.
Infinite lives, we got infinite lives. Never say never, we're gonna live forever. Infinite lives.
Jeff, tell us, what game are we going to be playing today?
Well, we're going to be playing, today we're playing Pay-Per-View. It's a Hack of Fate by Rob Wieland. It uses a few approaches that listeners of the show might recognize from our first episode, but there's a few slight changes we'll go over in the episode itself. I think it's a really fun game. I think it's a great game to simulate, like, the actual fighting bits of wrestling without it being a whole lot of dice rolling. It's very fast. It's very fun. I think it's a great game. I'm hyped. It's WrestleMania.
Sounds great. Thank you for your time. And now introducing the player character, weighing in at a whopping 133 episodes, hailing from the Plus 2 Comedy Podcast, TV's Noah Houlihan. Noah, tell us about your character this week.
Well, our character this week is international hero Slimy McHeelberg, making his triumphant return. He's so amazing that the Party of One podcast just clamored for more and more Slimy McHeelberg. So he's returning for all the ladies out there, and that one guy, he knows who he is. I forgot how much I love being this character.
Fantastic. Thank you, Noah. And now, without further ado, let's play Ring the Bell.
Bing.
All right, yeah, let's play some pay-per-view.
Yes.
So we're gonna roll up our character first. I have a question for you first and foremost.
Yes.
I know what Slimy McHeelberg thinks when I ask this question, but I want to know in the reality what it is.
Okay.
So give me the perception and the reality when I ask you. There are 5 levels in pay-per-view, 5 levels of superstars. There are jobbers, curtain jerkers, mid-carders, main eventers, and legends. So tell me, perception and reality, where does Slimy McHeelberg fall on the card?
I would have to say what I'd like to do with Slimy McHeelberg. He definitely thinks he's a legend.
Sure.
In our past adventure, spoilers for our past adventure. If you haven't listened to it, what are you doing? The Gecko passed away, so Slimy McHeelberg has been honoring the Gecko with the International Hero Slimy McHeelberg Honors the Gecko Tour.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yes. And he has a nice streak going, but he always made sure that it was people he could beat.
Sure.
But I would say that with the confidence that he has now, and he has gotten a little bit better, so I'd put him somewhere in the mid-carder.
Okay. So he's a mid-carder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to build the
Plus
character.
a lot of the superstars are dead.
Yeah.
So he's moved up.
More spoilers from the previous episode is that there were a lot of deaths. Only in dreams now. Okay, so the first aspect we're going to create for pay-per-view is your gimmick in a nutshell, which you're pretty familiar with.
Yes, I am.
So an aspect is something that can be good or bad. It can bite you in the ass. It can provide an advantage. So I think international legend in his own eyes is a good aspect.
Yeah, the importance of being a showman has always been a problem for Slimy. So
I think that's a good gimmick aspect. So if you want to write that down, and then in play you can invoke that for a fate point, or it can cause problems for you, and I can give you a fate point.
Okay.
The next thing, since you're a mid-carder, they're going to come up with 2 more aspects.
Okay.
Those are going to be what are called feud aspects. Those represent things that you have, things that have happened for your character, like that have come out of feuds. For instance, if we're using a wrestling example, Daniel Bryan would have a feud aspect that was more than a B+ player.
Okay.
So something like that.
Rusev learned to wear shoes.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Rusev wears shoes now.
Gotcha.
So the aspect would be wears shoes now.
Okay, all right, cool.
So what are two notable feuds that he has had since before or after he saved the world by defeating the Frankenlucha?
Okay, so it's not from the Frankenlucha? So.
It can be. It can be a wrestling feud from before that. It can involve the Frankenlucha, or it can be something that has come up after.
Alright, okay. He's gained this new power, known simply as Only Dreams now, where basically it'll shut down any conversation and quiet the room.
Sure.
Just, hey, Only Dreams now. And then they're just like, oh, I guess we're done talking.
All right, yeah, that's a good one. So only in dreams now.
Only Dreams now.
That's a really good one. You know what I think the other one should be?
Yeah.
And if you have a different idea, let me know. But I think another good one would be if it was, you mentioned he was on a winning streak. So if it was like a fragile winning streak, I think that's a good aspect in a few different ways.
All right,
so I think that's a good
winning streak.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't want to have that loss.
Yeah, but then at the same time, people are more likely to challenge you, and you'll have to find a way to get out of that fight.
Yes. All right, sounds good.
So the next thing we're going to do is define your skills. Mm-hmm. There are 6 skills, just like in the last game that we played. Mm-hmm. I think there are 5 or 6 skills. I'm going to go over them, and that will tell us the number that there are.
Yeah, that's good.
There's Roughneck, which is punches, kicks, suplexes, that kind of thing.
Yep.
There is Technical, which is submission moves.
Right.
High Flying, self-explanatory. Powerhouse, which is your hoss moves.
Yeah.
And
Big
Savvy,
swings.
which is cheating, wheeling and dealing, kissing, kiss stealing, that kind of thing.
Yes, indeed. All right.
And you have 6 points to put amongst them in any way that you want.
Savvy's going to be key, so I'll give.
And you can have a 0 in any of the given.
Okay,
things.
all right.
It doesn't have to be. There's no minimum.
All right, so Savvy's going to be a big 3.
Okay.
My technical will be a 2. High flying's definitely a 0, despite what I claim.
Yeah,
in
sure.
the ring. And then
the high flyingest star in the ring. Just don't ask you to prove that.
Yeah, I guess I'll give 1 to my Roughneck, and I'll also give a 0 to my Powerhouse.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
because Roughneck also covers weapon stuff. So if you're pulling out a wepen, that makes sense.
Yes.
Because Hilbert cheats a lot.
Yes, indeed.
So the next thing we're going to define is, first and foremost, you get 1 heat, which is a fate point, for every 2 aspects rounded up. So you get 2, so I'm just going to put those there. You get 2 fate points to start out. You can get more by cutting promos and by compelling your aspects in matches.
Gotcha.
So now we're going to define 2 stunts. Mm-hmm. Those are things that enhance the rules, so you either get a +2 bonus when doing a certain skill a certain way, or a +1 bonus every time you do a certain thing, or once per match you can make something happen.
Okay.
So what are the really special things that Slimy McKeelberg does? I know the first one because we talked about it last time, and it was his signature.
Oh yeah. We're not getting rid of this.
Which
is the brilliant, hey, look over there. Yeah, which is
it's on his t-shirt.
It's on the t-shirt.
Which there's art now, and
yeah,
really
which is beautiful.
It looks so good.
So, hey, look over there, which makes people look over there.
Yeah, so it's, do you want it to, we'll say it's plus, I'm trying to decide if it should be +2 to savvy advantages.
Right.
That makes sense, because then you can use that to follow up with some sort of an attack.
Alright, that's good.
An advantage is basically you make a temporary aspect representing some sort of... So, for instance, a wrestling example is Shawn Michaels tuning up the band. He gets the crowd hyped. It would create an advantage, and then he would deliver his finisher.
Gotcha.
That's something we have to... That's the last thing we have to do, by the way. Don't let me forget that. Just come up with a finisher.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have thoughts on that too, so don't worry.
One other stunt.
One other stunt. Let's see. I know last time it was wrist tape, but I don't want to use wrist tape again.
Okay, character growth.
Yeah. We'll get into what is gone through here. And let's see. What's a good heel technique here? You know what happened?
What happened?
What happened was he was given an award
Okay.
for saving the world. It goes around his neck. It's like a nice medal. But he keeps it in his trunks, and sometimes he wraps it around.
Hits people with the award?
Around his knuckles and
All
clocks
right.
people. So we'll do the award punch.
Yeah, and that is +2 roughneck attack when hitting you with his award.
Yeah, so we'll do that. The award punch.
And then I think the everything that's the finisher. Let's
Yes.
talk about your finisher.
Finisher. You may remember that last time it was the Cutie Crusher.
I do remember there was a cutie crusher last time.
Beauty Crusher. I don't remember what it was called, to be honest. Which ripped a man in half.
It did do that.
And I will say that very traumatic experience.
Understandable. There's a lot of blood on you.
Yeah, so he is no longer able to do that maneuver without having horrible flashbacks.
Okay.
So he had to come up with a new move. And this new move, it's another submission hold.
Okay.
But this is it's like a surfboard.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's going to stand on your legs and pull back.
Pull
He doesn't actually roll like to
back
his
because that's too dramatic.
He wants to stand up
Oh,
and see the crowd and
that
all
makes
the cheering.
sense. I like that.
So, and he may also pick your arms up and slide you back down a few times if you're not giving up fast enough.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, and he calls it the Slimy McKeelberg amazing move. Remember, he saved the world.
Yep, that's what he calls that move. There's no other name.
Yeah,
I was gonna suggest some other names, but there's no point.
Berg amazing move. Remember, he saved the world.
So, and the way finishers work, and we'll probably go over this again later, is they are kind of like an aspect that you can invoke once for free, and anytime you invoke that, all the damage that you've dealt to your opponent automatically also gets invoked for free.
Okay.
That's the other thing I wanted to cover is you have 3 stress boxes.
Yes, I'm giving myself some stress boxes.
1 stress box, a 2 stress box, and a 3 stress box.
My 1, my 2, my 3.
And then you also have 3 consequence slots. These are... The way consequences work is when you're dealt damage, you can only mark 1 stress box. And if you're dealt... but each stress box is worth the number associated with it. So if I deal you 3 damage, you can just mark that 3 stress box. But if I deal you 4 damage, you have to then take... you have to decide if you want to give up, and then we do the finishing sequence of the match, or you can take a consequence which alleviates a certain amount of stress, but it is an aspect that the other person can invoke once for free, and then just represents damage that is dealt to you.
Okay.
So you have 3 consequences. A minor consequence, which is worth 2 stress, a moderate, which is worth 4, and a major, which is worth 6. And then there is one beyond that, but you don't need a box for it, because there's an extreme one which you can take 8 damage with, but it literally changes one of your feud aspects to represent the fact that you've taken an unbelievable amount of damage. It's essentially you get injured, and then that injury becomes, like, your thing.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like... You know how AJ Styles is always gripping his back? Because he's got his bad back.
Yeah, it's bad. It's terrible.
It's bad back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. Where it's just a part of your character forever.
Well, yeah, hopefully I'll get something along the lines of the Lex Luger steel arm.
Yeah. Exactly. That is a good example.
I got so injured that I became a Terminator.
And it's somehow legal, and I can just hit people.
Yeah, you just whack people with it.
Good old Made America Lex Luger.
Lex Express!
I love the Lex Express. I unironically love the idea of, I love America so much, I'm going to get in a bus.
And just tell people.
And just drive around showing that I love America.
Hey, this place is great. Goodbye.
I love America. Alright, and with that, that's character creation. So I think we're ready to get into the game.
Let's
now we
do
talked a little bit about what we think is going to happen. And I'm very excited about this storyline.
Yes.
So we open on one of those twirling newspapers. It's an issue of Pro Wrestling Insider, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, PWI. I don't remember what PWI stands for.
Pro Wrestling Illustrated.
Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and it just says Slimy McKeelberg signs contract. Headed to Orlando.
Ooh.
Incoming NXT superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NXT.
It's the future now.
Can we say NXT?
I think so.
All right, just for making sure.
It's fair use.
Is it?
I think. It's just satire. This is
All right,
satire.
cool.
It's all good.
All right, cool.
Don't sue us.
All right.
I think we're good. If you just say don't sue us, they won't sue you, right?
Yeah, I believe that's how that works, yes.
Yeah. So you're headed to Florida.
Let's do it.
You signed one of their fancy indie star contracts, so you get to keep your name.
Oh,
You don't
sweet,
have to go
yes.
by Sammy McHaleberg.
Oh, nice.
Sammy Mackelberg.
No. The name is too important. I am a world hero.
So let me ask you.
Yes.
This is you get the say in this.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make your NXT debut?
Ooh, how do I make my NXT debut? I think I do one of those like couple month, or we'll go like a 2 month with
Sure.
like those mysterious coded vignettes.
Ooh, those are good.
And so it's just like, is Slimy McHaleberg coming? Yes, he is.
There's no mystery there. Just straight up. Yeah.
And then I kind of like just walk out, like each time, and they're like, "You're Slimy McHaleberg, are you here?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know if I am."
Okay. Yeah. So make me
And a countdown clock. Let's also do a countdown clock.
A lot of I like this.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. So there's so much mystery.
So what I'm gonna ask is for you to make me a roll to see if you can get a fate point for your first match.
All right.
Make me a savvy roll
Okay.
against your first opponent, who is a jobber. He is everyone's favorite.
Huh.
He is the perfect 10.
Oh, the perfect
Ty Dillinger,
10,
back from
Dillinger.
injury.
Oh, sweet. All right. So I have a 3.
A 3 plus
so
your savvy,
which is a nice 6.
Okay, I rolled a 2 plus a 0, so you got it by 4. So you succeeded with style.
Oh yes.
So the crowd is the NXT crowd, being the NXT crowd, has latched on to
Yes.
this. They love this stupid
yes.
goddamn gimmick.
11.
So you get
11.
2 points, and then we're going to
Nice.
kick out our first match.
All right.
This is I'm very excited.
So I've defeated Ty, and
Yeah, you've defeated Ty Dillinger. Like, building to your first match, you defeated Ty Dillinger. Your first NXT feud is, as you are an incoming indie star,
okay.
you are facing off against the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin.
Oh no.
He hates indie wrestlers.
Yes, he does.
Why don't you cut your first promo as
Okay.
Slimy McKeelberg on the Lone Wolf,
All
Baron
right.
Corbin?
All right. Well, all right. So this is right after my match, or has Baron yelled at me at all? Or?
Yeah, let's set this up. This is your first match. You've beaten Ty Dillinger. You've shown off your new finisher, the
All right.
Slimy McKeelberg awesome move. Remember, he saved the world.
Yes.
And Baron Corbin's music has hit. He has come out. Why don't you go back to whatever Ring of Honor you came from and leave NXT to the real stars like Baron Corbin?
Let me tell you something, Baron. I know you're surprised to see me here in NXT. I know all these people have been wondering, is Slimy McHaleberg going to be here in NXT? Well, here I am. And I know that you want to try to make a name for yourself by defeating me, the Slimy McHaleberg. Remember, I saved the world that one time. So, if you want a match in this very ring, in front of all these people, it will cost you $200. And I will consider having a match with you. Now, just, so it's clear, it's an extra $200 from me. I'd have to sign a contract. Autographs are $50, so that's going to be another $50.
At that
I'll
moment,
send I have a thing. It's all monetized. It's fine.
At that moment, music hits.
Okay.
The distinctive organ music of NXT Commissioner William Regal.
Yes.
And the crowd chants, and William Regal comes out. I do not think you understand how things work in NXT. You do not get to make financial demands in NXT.
Yeah, you hear that,
There will
Baron?
be a match next week between Slimy McKeelberg and Baron Corbin.
Oh.
It's going to happen whether you want it or not, Mr. Heelberg.
It was my idea originally, so thank you for agreeing, Mr. Regal. Guys, I saved the world that one time.
So next week on NXT, it's Slimy McKeelberg versus Baron Corbin.
Oh,
So I think we are actually ready to get started with this match.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna face off with Mr. Corbin here.
Yep. So the way that combat works, it's a little bit different than the way that we did it last time. Because wrestling, as you know, is all about momentum.
Right.
So the way it works is we're going to start out by making a roll using whichever aspect you would use to take control of the match.
Okay.
So how is Slimy McKeelberg planning on taking hold of the match?
I'm gonna start by appeal. I'm gonna try to get the fans on my side. So before the match starts, I'm gonna grab a microphone and I'm gonna say, "Guys, I know you all know that I saved the world, but I lost a dear friend of mine, the Gecko, in that. So I would like to dedicate this match to me, who have had a really hard time dealing with the loss of the Gecko." So
The crowd chants, R.I.P. R.I.P. Okay, so you're going to roll in your savvy.
Right.
Baron Corbin is going to try and just rush the ring during his entrance and just start hitting you.
oh, that's not good.
He rolls.
Whoa.
He rolls a 2. His total is a 2.
All right, 3 plus 3, I have 6.
Okay, so you got a success with style.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say there's going to be an aspect on the field for the match, which is crowd support.
All right.
So you get
Love
a
me,
free,
love me.
you get a free invocation of that. So you get to spend it at any point. I'm going to put the fate point right here. If you want to use it, you can use that for free to boost.
Okay.
You can do 3 things with a fate point.
Mhm.
You can increase a roll by 2. You can re-roll the dice, which is good if you roll really, really badly.
Yeah.
Or you can introduce a plot point.
Okay.
Something happened. Like, you can introduce a narrative element.
All right.
For instance, like the NXT champion is outside watching.
Oh, all right. So,
Yeah, you can introduce a thing.
yeah, so people are interested.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, because you won, you get momentum, so you get to go first.
Okay.
And the way that momentum works is every roll is going to be directly opposed by the other person's action.
Mhm.
And as long as you keep succeeding, you get to keep making moves. You
Okay.
go until you fail in action and the other person gets momentum, and then they go until vice versa.
Okay, all right.
So you get to make your first move.
This sounds similar to
Now-
a Chikara card game.
Now, it is similar to that. That is a good reference point. The only thing is, because you used Savvy,
Yeah.
the way it works is you can't be boring in professional wrestling.
Of course.
So you have to use a different approach,
Mhm.
unless you spend a fate point to be able to use that approach again.
Okay.
So if you're going to be boring, you have to spend some crowd investment, spend some heat.
Gotcha.
do that.
All right. So what's happened so far is that I've cut this promo. Baron Corbin's going to try to hit me, and it's not going to go well. I'm going to say that I duck it. That
Sure.
was what happened
Yeah.
there. And upon the spring back towards me, I'm going to go for a technical drop toe hold,
Okay.
and make him land on his face.
Sure. Oh, and I should also specify that it's not necessarily a 1-for-1. Like, that makes perfect sense as a technical thing, but it doesn't have to be a 1-for-1 thing. The rolls generally can represent, like, just the big spots.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make a great match right now.
Sure.
All right, so let's say that my plan is to hit this drop toe hold,
Knock him on his face.
knock him on his face. I'm going to get on his back, put him in a headlock,
Yeah.
and slap the back of his head and
Yeah.
make him look stupid.
Oh, he's gonna look so dumb.
He's going to look so dumb.
He's gonna just try and powerhouse his way through that.
All right, let's see what happens here. Boom.
Oh, he rolled real well.
Okay.
The number you need to beat is a 6.
Ooh, all right. So I have a 4 here.
So if you spend 2 fate points, you can win and deal him some damage. Otherwise, you can also tie him the way ties work in pay-per-view is if you tie, you keep momentum, and you get a boost, which is similar to an aspect. You get a free invocation, but as soon as you invoke that aspect, it goes away.
Okay.
So like, for instance, look stupid would be a good boost. Embarrassed would be good.
Okay, so rolling again is probably not the best plan.
No. Generally, the way it works, they actually go over this in the Fate rulebook.
Mm-hmm.
If you roll a 0, I think it's a 0 or above, it's statistically not, like, it's statistically a bad idea to reroll. If you roll, like, a negative thing, then statistically the odds of rolling better than that are so high that it's generally better to do that.
Alright, so... Alright, I don't have anything. Why did I go with technical?
So do you want to go for it? You can spend a fate point, go for a boost, or you can spend 2 fate points, invoke 2 aspects, and deal him damage.
Alright, so... If I use 2 fate points, I have to then say what happens to give me the edge.
Yeah, you explain how that aspect ties into what you're doing.
Okay.
For instance, I can help you out with this one just to provide a good example.
Yeah.
By all means. Did
I tell him to look over there?
I was gonna say, because you're slapping him in the head, like you're making it a big thing, you're yelling to the crowd, "Look how dumb he looks, everybody! Dummy! Yeah, stop hitting yourself, dummy!" Even though you're the one hitting him, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, alright.
Like, you're being a showman.
Okay.
So you can do it like, so it's like that, stuff like that.
Alright, so I say that. I got the crowd behind me, so I guess I'll do that.
So that's a free invocation of that.
Boom.
So you still have 3 fate points left.
Mm-hmm.
So you've dealt him 2 damage. Mm-hmm. He's going to mark off his 2 stress box.
Yeah. Looks so dumb.
So what's your next move? You have momentum.
All right. So he's down. I can't use my my tech again. So I guess I want to hit him with some sort of roughneck move.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do
is he going to go for it? Is he going for it?
Yeah, I think while I got him down like this, I should probably reach into them. They're tights.
The crowd is like, "Oh, he's going for it!"
Yeah, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna shoot him off the ropes.
Okay,
and I'm gonna wind up the wrong hand.
Sure.
This way, the ref's looking at that
looking
hand,
at the right hand,
and then I'm gonna jab him with the award there. So I'm gonna do that. So let's see how this goes. All right, so
he is going to try and duck the punch.
Yeah, there's a 1 plus 1.
He is going to spend that. He's going to spend his point of being the lone wolf to reroll those dice.
All right,
because he is a brawler.
All right,
he's used to fights. He's not used to wrestling matches. He's used to fights.
All right, because I got a 4 here.
Okay, so he's got a 5 now.
Oh no!
So if you spend that face point, if you invoke an aspect,
I'm going to think about how much I don't want my winning streak to end.
That's a good use of it. Yeah,
and make sure I make contact here.
Yeah, that's a good one. That makes a lot of sense.
Use all my fate points in one match.
So you've got these are the ones that you earned beating Ty Dillinger. So
this is
you
true.
haven't long.
Yeah. I'm breaking even.
Okay, so he's hit. He's hurt. He's only got 1 stress box left. What's your next move?
All right, so he's down.
And the thing is, you can now use. You can use technical or savvy again. It's just you can't use them twice in a row without spending a fate point.
All right. So I think it's time. He's pretty softened up.
He's reeling from the punch. The ref has not noticed that the crowd is chanting.
I'm gonna go for the Slimy McKeelberg amazing move. By the way, I rolled that one time.
Oh my god!
So I'm gonna signal. I guess this would be a technical move.
Yeah, it's a technical move.
All right, here we go.
He's going to try to powerhouse out of it.
All right, I have a 0.
So you got a 2. So you, he has rolled a 3. So you get an automatic +2 to that because of your invocation of the finisher aspect.
Okay.
So you're now at a 4. So you successfully hit him.
All right. It's locked in!
I think he's going to take that 3rd stress box.
Yeah.
I think he's going to power through your finisher.
Well,
but
no, he is not. How dare he?
No, you know what? You're absolutely right. He's gonna pass out in your finisher.
That's right. Yeah.
So you've won your first major feud match
Woo! Of course I did.
And this was on a takeover. This was a lower card of an NXT takeover event.
Yeah. So, and
You've won your match.
I hit my armband that says Slimy McKeelberg remembers the gecko.
Yeah.
And I point
Now-
up and I say, "You're welcome."
As you do that, the lights go down.
Oh.
Flamenco guitar starts playing.
Oh no.
And you don't recognize it at first, but then it hits where the chorus would be. And you recognize that music. Where do you recognize that music from? And importantly, the crowd recognizes it. And they start chanting, Gecko, Gecko, Gecko. Somebody comes out through the curtains.
What?
You don't recognize them. They're not the Gecko. But they are El Hijo del Gecko. Someone has taken the Gecko gimmick and they are challenging you for the number one contendership to the NXT title.
Oh, and I yell out, "Gecko, you're alive! It's so good to see you! My love for you has brought you back from the dead."
Make me a savvy roll for that.
Alright.
We're gonna treat that as a promo.
I got a 0, so that's gonna bring me up to 3.
He rolled a negative 2. So, yeah, you get 2 fate points for that.
Nice.
Actually, I'm gonna spend... No, it's not... You know what? It's worth spending a fate point to just make sure you don't get 2 fate points for that. So, you guys have been feuding now for a few weeks. What are some noteworthy things that have happened in this
Alright,
feud?
so in the feud, I'm gonna say that he took some time to really convince me that he is not the Gecko.
Sure. First and foremost, he cuts a really fiery promo on how, like, he idolized the Gecko, and you let him die. And so I have to end your winning streak to bring honor to my beloved friend, the Gecko.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that, first we were gonna have a great, tag team match.
Ooh, yeah.
Where it was me and, so let's go with Joe.
Yeah, sure.
Joe. We're supposed to tag team to defeat, the Gecko and Sami Zayn.
Makes sense.
However, this is early in the feud, so I kept thinking I was teaming with the Gecko because he's my friend. So
Sure.
I kept, like, tagging him.
Yeah,
It was very, very confusing. But in the end, Joe was able to beat Sami Zayn. So we still picked up the win there.
That's Sami Zayn. He can never win the big one.
No, he can't win the big one. It's rough. It's really rough.
But he'll pull through in the end. I'm holding out hope.
And let's have the Gecko to prove to me that the son of the Gecko prove to me that he's not the Gecko. Bring out the Gecko's ashes.
Okay. That's a good NXT before the takeover thing of him being like that. Being like, these are the ashes of the Gecko. You let him die.
And then I'm like, as a doctor. He used to be a med student. As a doctor, I need to see these ashes, and I look through the ashes, and I'm like, oh. Through my knowledge, I can now see that this is clearly the Gecko.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and then I sneeze. Ashes, and they go right into his face. And I'm like,
he's furious. Yeah, he's furious. There's a pull-apart brawl, which is primarily, I assume, consisting of, like, Slimy, like, ducking punches and him just throwing them.
Yes.
I don't think he's actively participating in this brawl.
Yeah.
So, yeah, NXT TakeOver.
Alright.
It's a big match. It's number one. William Regal has deemed this a no disqualifications match for the number one contendership to the NXT title. Mm-hmm. It's all on the line here.
All right. I debut my new "Hey, look over there" T-shirt. On the back it says "You're welcome, Gecko," in memory of him.
Oh, it's so WWE T-shirt. It's awful. Oh, it's so bad though. It's so bad.
It comes only in black.
Oh yeah, of course it does. And it's like it's got a pattern behind it.
Yeah.
It's hideous. Yeah. Okay. So. We're gonna roll. He's gonna come at you with a series of quick chops and strikes, and like do some flippy kicks and things. So he's gonna roll his high flying to try and take momentum.
Okay. All right.
What are you doing here?
All right. So he's using his high flying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You want to beat is a 5.
Oh God. All right. So I'm gonna tell him then he should look over there.
All right. Yeah.
And
So you're
and
now
use some
rolling a
savvy.
plus. You're now
'Cause
rolling
I can
a
use
plus
that
5.
for free, right? I can use that aspect for free, or is that a fate point thing?
That's a fate point. Well, it's a savvy. It's a savvy. You can use that when making advantages. So you can't use that here, but you can use it next round to make an advantage.
Okay, so
So you're still rolling a plus 3, but you can spend a fate point to bump it up to plus 5.
okay, so I'm gonna try to distract him by telling
Yeah.
him to look over there. All right, so that's a -1. So so that's 2. That brings me to a 4 if I use my hey look over there, which is still not enough.
Okay, well then he's going to take momentum. He does not get an aspect, though. He's just going to take momentum. He cannot use his high flying again, so I think he's going to just come at you and just start swinging. And now, like, he's on his flippy things, and now he's just hitting you. He's screaming, you let him die! And the crowd, the NXT crowd is, you let him die. No, he's not! Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, not a whole lot.
Got all of
Save the world.
He's a killer. No, he's not. There it is. Yeah. So he's going to roll his roughneck.
Technically, I did kill the Franken thing. So it's points on both sides.
So he rolls a 3 as a roughneck attack. What are you doing to take momentum from him? Now here is where you can use, hey, look over there.
Okay, so let me just how is he attacking me again?
He is just coming. He is just punches, kicks. He's suplexing you. He is just hitting.
So it's just a barrage.
He's just pure rage. Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna go with very technical,
chop flurries.
very technical, just like juking
Sure.
and jiving.
Sure.
And just trying to contain him and
Sure. Twisting things into arm bars.
more of just letting him punch himself out.
Okay, that's
I'm just
smart.
I'm
That's
just
smart.
gonna duck and drive here with my technical aspects here. Woohoo! Crack dice. Oh right.
Oh yeah, all right.
That's perfect.
That's
so
good.
there's
Good roll.
3. So that's a total of 5.
Yes, you do successfully take momentum from him.
All right.
So now you have the momentum.
All right. So he's just he's just panting and he's very tired and exhausted through my technical stuff. Where do I want to go?
What's your strategy? What's your strategy now that you're on the offense?
So he's completely just wiped out. What I'm going to do is I'm just gonna give him a good tackle, I guess.
Okay.
I give him a tackle and just something to no. I'm going to throw him out of the ring,
Okay.
and then I'm going to go over and grab the ashes.
All right,
over
yeah.
there in the corner, and I think because I would call this savvy.
I call that a savvy attack, yeah.
Being very savvy.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the award
Oh no.
and I'm going to put it around the urn, almost as if like I'm giving him credit. And but what I'm actually going to do is the actual pendant is going to go into the urn, so it's actually like in the ashes. And I might do something with that later.
All right, yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. And this is just to infuriate him,
Sure.
throw him off his game.
Sure.
He's not going to know what he's doing.
So we'll call that an advantage. We'll call that a savvy advantage. He's going to try and take over. He's going to try and he's going to spend one of his aspects to just keep coming at you.
All right, so just to not be tired anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so
He's got
roll.
2.
So that's a 0, which makes it a 3.
So you have successfully created that advantage.
All right.
We'll call that loaded urn.
I have the loaded urn now.
Loaded urn. There's a fate point on that.
All right.
You can invoke that for free at any point.
Okay, I got some plans for it. I got some real plans for it. When he comes in, and he's coming after me now, and I'm gonna bait him in.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm going to go for a technical move here, and I'm gonna go full hammerlock,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try to take the mask off.
Oh no, that's so rude. You can't do that. Oh, he's gonna try and flip his way out of that.
Okay.
He has saved high flying for this exact scenario, and he's going to spend Lucha Libre. He's going to spend his other aspect
Pre-roll
on
save point
on
uses.
something, Because he's not going to let you take his mask off.
I guess we could call this heritage.
Well, he rolled a -4, so he's definitely re-rolling that. Because he understands the power of the mask.
Yeah, yes.
Alright, that's a +2, so that's a 5. The number you gotta beat is a 5.
Alright, so...
To rip his mask.
Alright, this is...
It's not coming off. But...
Yeah. Understandable. So that's a 0. And, so with my technical, it's a 2.
So you got 3 points to cover on this.
I have 3 points to cover. Now, I will lose momentum if
yeah. You don't...
I won't get hurt, though.
You don't get hurt. He just breaks free and he comes at you.
Okay. Yeah, I might, for the sake of an interesting match, let him take control here.
Well, he's gonna, he doesn't have any more fate points. So okay, you know what? He is going to roll under the ring, and he pulls up the thing. I'm gonna call it Sappy, because he's, like, shuffling around. Mm-hmm. He's gonna try and pull out a steel chair.
Oh, he's gonna pull out a steel chair.
As it is no disqualification.
Okay.
So he is rolling Savvy.
Okay, so pulling out a steel chair is clearly...
So in fact, I'm gonna because he has a 0 on that, and it's not an advantageous move, I'm gonna give him a fate point and say he's compelling his revenge aspect.
Alright, well, what I'm also gonna do...
Alright.
Because, like, he's just slid out of the ring.
Sure.
So I'm fine.
Yeah.
So I am going to be a showman.
Okay.
And if he's outside the ring, I'm gonna go for a dive.
Okay.
So my high
give
flying...
you the fate point for that, for compelling that aspect.
Yeah. So my high flying is a 0.
Okay.
So
he's rolling...
This is why it's a high risk maneuver.
Yeah.
True to wrestling right here.
He has rolled a -1.
Oh, come on, baby.
So you get a 0.
I've been rolling those zeros.
You get a +1.
I get a +1.
Yes, you take him out.
So I'm gonna hit him with the sloppy dive.
Yeah,
I run. The feet click
through the middle rope. You hit the 2 ropes on the dive.
Yeah, to bounce around
real bad. People are like, "Is he hurt? Did he hurt himself?"
Yeah.
You stand up. You're like, "It's all right."
Yeah, and just
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So you have momentum again. He does not. There's a steel chair out. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't have it.
He doesn't have it. Okay, so I'm out on the outside. I'm in control. I'm feeling good. I'm going to get ahead and I'm going to do a roughneck.
Okay.
That's what you do when you're on the outside.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Slimy McHaleberg totally not playing to his strengths.
Oh, yeah. This is great.
And I'm going to throw him into the steps.
Okay.
That's also
steel steps.
I know.
They're like 400 pounds.
That's also the corner where there's a thing of ashes, and
you're gonna throw him into the urn.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So come on, big roughneck rope. No.
Well, I'm gonna auto invoke. So I'm gonna go ahead and invoke for you because you rolled real badly.
Oh yeah, that's real bad.
You invoke the loaded urn as he collides with it. So it's just a matter of if he can get up as he collides into the steps in the urn. It's a matter of so roll it. We're going to say it's so much of whether he can, like, regain his composure, and that's how he's going to try and get momentum.
Well,
he's going to roll roughneck.
I would like to say that this isn't an Undertaker metal urn.
Sure.
This is a beautifully painted ceramic urn.
No, it's shattered.
So it'll shatter if...
Okay.
And he'll be face to face with my glorious metal.
Oh, that's so rudo. Okay, yeah, well, he's going to invoke his revenge. He's going to invoke his revenge. Okay. No, he's going to invoke Son of the Gecko, in that his head goes through the urn.
Yeah.
He sees the metal. He's covered in the ashes, and he is standing up, and he is fired up. Mm-hmm. And there's this great, like, close-up visual of him, like, the smoke is around him. As he rolls again, and rolls it. He's got a 4 now.
Okay.
So the number that you need to beat is you need to roll at least a 3.
Okay. Because, alright.
Because you got a +1.
A +1 here.
No, you need to roll, a 1. Because, no, it's a 3, because this is a defense action, not an attack action.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, you need to roll 3.
Alright. I'm just gonna trust what you just said.
Yeah, I worked through the rules. There's a difference in fate between an attack action and a defense action, and it's real specific about that in the rules. So your metal stunt is specific to attacks, so it wouldn't, I was thinking it might work here, but because it's an attack action, not a defense action.
Okay.
So, you gotta roll 3 or better.
All right, here we go. That is at 0.
So if you spend 2 fate points,
All right, so...
and remember, there's a loaded urn. There's a loaded urn, and outside the ring is currently an aspect.
Wait. Did we destroy the urn or no?
The urn as a plot point is still in play. So the aspect still exists. So you can still invoke it.
Right.
As like the ashes are around. I'm going to change it to the ashes of the gecko.
Okay, alright.
Ashes. There are ashes in play. You're outside of the ring, which is an aspect, and there's that steel chair. So you can invoke any of those, as well as the ones on your sheet.
Okay, so I'm definitely going to grab the steel chair.
Okay.
And it's as defense.
Yeah.
And
then you run at him, you hit him from behind.
Yeah.
Okay, so you now have a plus. You just need 1 point.
All right.
To keep him from gaining momentum and to deal him.
And I'm burning 2 fate points with this, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You just have to decide which of your aspect, where the story goes and which aspect you're.
Right. So I hit him with the steel chair. He's like, I'm gonna even give him some bonus here and say that he's so mad that he no-sells it.
Yeah.
And just kind of looks at me.
That's that great shot of you hit him with the chair and he stands up and he just screams and you jab him with the chair and he screams again.
I'm going to put my hand out and say, draw! Good match. We'll call it a draw.
All right.
And that's going to throw him off his game of it.
Oh.
So there's my 2 fate points that I put.
All right.
Keeping my 2 original fate points that I started.
All right.
There.
So you've dealt him 1 damage. He's only received 1 stress in this match, though.
This has been a great match.
This has been a great match. Okay, what's your next move?
Well, I've put my hand out.
You put your hand out. He's looking at you. He's furious, and what breaks momentum is that he goes for the handshake.
He does go for the handshake.
Connect? Do you let the handshake happen, or do you pull away and do something?
I'm so...
You could shake hands.
I'm so tempted to just fix my non-real hair. Which I guess would be savvy, so I should probably do that. So I'm just gonna,
Okay, now do you want to do this as an attack? Or as an advantage, at which point you can distract him, invoking your look over there stunt, even if you're not literally saying look over there.
So I pull the hair away. The whole idea of this match is to keep him as angry as possible, so he makes a mistake.
Right.
So I'm trying to keep him.
So
off
we'll call it an attack as what's gonna happen if you succeed is he gets really angry, he runs at you, and you just whip him into the barricade.
Okay, alright, cool.
Does that make sense?
Yes. To remind the listeners, Slimy McKeelberg is a bald man, but who wears a lucha mask, that does not cover any of his face, but provides lovely glowing hair.
He also wears jorts, because every truly great wrestler wears jorts.
Wears jorts, exactly. Alright, so here we go. Ba-boom! Oh! Ooh.
He has rolled, so he is going to try and choke you out.
What did he roll?
He rolled a 2.
He rolled a 2. All right.
What have you rolled?
I've rolled a 4.
Okay.
Plus my savvy.
That's 7.
That's going to be a 7.
Okay, so you have succeeded with style. So you can deal him 7 damage right now.
Okay.
How much? What did I say? He said he got a 2. So you can deal him 5 damage right now. Or you can deal him 4 damage and create an aspect to your advantage with a free invocation on it. Do you want to deal the extra point of damage, or do you want something else to your advantage?
What if I've slammed him real hard into the barricade is what I went with,
or the other set of steps or something like that.
Barricade. I'm going to say that I flipped him back into the ring.
Yeah.
I give him the biggest back body drop ever, basically.
Yeah.
He bounces off the barricade. I give him a back body drop. He goes over the top rope back into the ring. It's very disorienting. And I will say that it gives him 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And he ends up landing.
He is going to take...
Because now I get to create an aspect, right?
Yeah.
He ends up landing face down on top of the metal.
Oh, no.
That is covered in the gecko's ashes. And it looks like he's in a perfect position to be hit with the Slimy McKeelberg amazing move. By the way, I saved the world that one time.
Yep. So he's going to take 3 stress, which means he's also going to have to take a minor consequence, which I'm going to say is just dazed, because he hit the...
He's disoriented.
Yeah,
There's ashes in his eyes.
Because, yeah. So he is... he's dazed because he's hit the metal with his forehead, and there's a little dent.
So, and then I'm gonna go for the Slimy McKeelberg amazing move. But you know how I usually say that it's a technical move?
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if the fact that he is face down in that metal, if I could pick him up and slam him, kind of make it roughneck. It would bring it down to a 1, but I could also then use my...
I'm going to accept that. I'm going to make that justification. I think that...
Use my award punch.
I think you perfectly justified it. Yeah. Yeah, especially because you spent that point to put the metal there. You spent that boost. I'm going to say you can do that.
All right. So, yeah, this is...
But I am going to say that's your invocation, is to change your finisher style using the metal that's there.
Yeah.
So you get a +3.
All right, +3.
He's going to try and... he's going to try, and when you pick him up, he's going to try to, kick and do, a crazy...
To lucha away.
Yeah. Because this is going to end the match if you do it.
Yeah.
So he has got a 5.
Oh, boy. All right, here we go.
But right now, you are rolling a +3 because of your stunt and technical. You've invoked your finisher, so that's a +5.
Okay.
He also has dazed, so you've invoked a minimum of 7, and if you need to, you can invoke another fate point off of dazed.
All right.
So he has no fate points left. I think this match might be over.
All right. Boom. And I rolled a 2. So it's a 2 plus
9.
7, so that's a 9. I think I murdered him.
Oh my goodness.
He might die as well. Well, does that mean that I succeed with style?
Yes, it does.
Does that mean I can invoke something else after
I mean, you
that
can create an aspect. You can deal him 8 damage, and you can create an aspect.
Well then, I think I'm...
But the important thing is that if you deal 8 damage, he's still in the match.
Oh, really?
9 points, he cannot really recover from. 8 points, he can put a 2 stress box and a 6-point consequence and fight through for one last valiant exchange. So how much do you want to protect your finisher?
Oh, man. I think there's so much that Noah wants to do. But I think Slimy McKeelberg, wanting that winning streak to continue, he's going to end this match.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and do that then, because you're acting against at least your own interests as a player. Okay, yeah, he's down. 3. You are now the number 1 contender.
All right. So,
actually, William Regal's music hits again.
I'm gonna just let you know what's happening.
Sure.
As soon as I win, I'm gonna try to take the mask.
Oh no! Yeah, you pull it off. He's unconscious. You pull it off. A guy runs up. Mm-hmm. William Regal comes out. Mm-hmm. Slimy McKeelberg, you have won your number 1 contenders match for the NXT Championship.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
Slimy McKeelberg, you heard what I said.
No, I'm sorry. There's ashes in my ear.
Slimy McKeelberg, you won the number 1 contenders match.
Oh, that's great to hear. That's wonderful to hear.
I'm going to level with you. I do not want you as NXT champion.
Please level with me, William Regal.
I'm prepared to offer you a deal.
Oh.
I can offer you. I have spoken with the authority.
The authority. All right.
I'm prepared to offer you a spot of your choosing in next week's Royal Rumble match.
Ooh, a spot of my choice. My choosing. All right.
Or you can challenge for the NXT Championship. At NXT TakeOver WrestleMania weekend.
Man, it's so tempting. So, what I'm going to... Who's the champion? Is it Balor? Is it Finn Balor?
Yeah, we'll say it's Finn Balor.
All
He's
right.
fought off all competition.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about how savagely I'm going to beat Finn Balor. That he doesn't stand a chance. And because it was so easy, I'm going to instead enter the Royal Rumble at number 31.
Oh. Alright, we said his... Alright, fine. So they have added you as the 31st entrant into the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
And because of that, because of all of this, you are now a big name. So I'm going to allow
No,
you...
continue to be. Continue to be
big name.
a big name.
You're right.
I saved the world that one time.
You did save the world that one time. I'm going to allow you to level up to main eventer.
Whoa!
So, first and foremost, you get another aspect. I would suggest something to the effect of always cheating, because you are always cheating. Or something to the effect of, like, the most rudo.
Okay.
So that you can invoke it when you're doing awful things.
Alright, so I'll add always cheating here.
Yeah.
Always.
And now the other thing that you get is...
I've never taken any sort of injury in my time in NXT.
That winning streak is holding you.
That's great.
You now get 2 additional skill points to put through anything that you want to put them in.
Ooh, that's really good. I think I will move my roughneck up to a 2. And since it's Slimy McKeelberg, I would say the obvious, like, Slimy McKeelberg would want to put it into high flying. But also, I think keeping him terrible at high flying is so much better. So.
I feel like he's not better at high. We all saw that die. Let's be real. They're probably gonna, when you're on Raw, be like, "Don't die. You're not that guy."
All right, I'll add it to the powerhouse. I'll actually give my powerhouse some sort of use.
So now you are in the Royal Rumble match.
Royal Rumble match. All right.
And the way this works, to pull back the curtain, is that because the cool thing about Fate is is the idea of the Fate fractal, is what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that every aspect of the game uses the same building blocks, skills, aspects, stress boxes. So what I've done is I have created the Royal Rumble as a character, with the option of putting a guy into it. So you're going to have essentially a one-on-one match with the entire Royal Rumble.
Okay, alright, cool. All right,
yes, that's the way that this is going to work.
Okay,
and then if
I take it.
And one of the Royal Rumble stunts is I can spend a fate point to make a star, be like, and this person's really making a name for themselves in the Rumble. So then there's going to be a third person in the match, and so on and so forth.
Gotcha.
Now they are also a legend.
Of course.
So you're at a disadvantage here.
Of course. I'm so glad that I didn't make myself number 1 in this. But Slimy McKeelberg would have done something that no one's ever seen before, and thus put himself as number 31.
Yeah.
This isn't a 40-man Royal Rumble, is it? Because I could have made a huge error. To Regal, like, hey, watch the product.
Take this fate point.
Oh, no!
Say that it is now the second ever 40-man Royal Rumble.
What? Real quick, this is the promo. Here with that. I'm backstage with Byron Saxton. So, Slimy McKeelberg, why did you decide to make yourself number 31? It was never done before. It's great like that. Well, you do know it is a 40-man Royal Rumble this year. You... No.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
But.
I really didn't know how long it was going to go.
Just gonna keep going until
it did. Okay, yeah. So the Royal Rumble has begun. So just like we did with the other matches, you're gonna roll. If your number comes up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
I'm already out.
5, 4.
Just throw my arms up. We came out on 6.
Okay, so well, let me ask you before you even enter the ring, because that's where we're gonna roll for momentum.
Yeah.
What is your entrance strategy?
Oh, I'm in the crowd, like just yes, I'm here, like jump the barricade.
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
yeah, and I'm gonna do this for a while.
Sure. Now remember, under 90 seconds, because if the next person comes out, you are disqualified.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that is true, Jeffrey. Because I know the Big Boss Man did this.
This is true. You know what? Well, and Curtis Axel was never eliminated from the Royal Rumble.
This is true. This is very
right.
true.
You're right. I think I'm wrong on that. So you're going to roll on Savvy, and I'm going to say if you want, you can invoke either your showman or only dreams now, because you're doing the international hero thing and having people, praise you.
Yes.
So if you want to invoke either of those,
I would
the
say
invocation is there.
I'm definitely being a showman. That's
So
for sure.
roll, and then if you want to spend those fate points, you can. But
Yeah.
I'm not. But
Okay.
if you don't need them, don't roll. Don't
Okay,
spend.
so just run around.
You're gonna want to spend them because they got a 6. So see what you roll.
They is what? The crowd?
The rumble itself.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I got a 1. I don't know what the consequences would be here, though.
Just that they get to start. So what happens? Well, hold on. Do you want to try to take momentum and get an advantage, or are you okay with me having the rumble start around you?
I mean, because, I'm in the crowd signing
I know
autographs
exactly
for people who don't want
Because I know what's going to happen if you don't take momentum.
I'm so scared, but I feel like...
You know what? I'm going to
this is the plan.
I'm going to invoke your showman or compel your showman aspect to say that you just to say if you accept that fate point, then I get momentum.
Alright, I'll
Because you're signing autographs.
I'm outside the ring. I'm not going to get thrown over the top rope.
You're signing autographs. So what happens is the Ryback
Oh, no.
slides out of the ring, grabs you, and rolls you in, and then 6 or 7 guys are just stomping you.
Oh, no. Why does everybody hate me?
Because you're a big old jerk. You demasked the luchador. Come on.
Who was that guy? Did we find out who that guy was?
He was a beloved friend of the Gecko.
Oh, I thought he was going to be full of it. But no, alright.
He's a beloved friend of the Gecko.
So he was me? He was me. Because I was the beloved friend of the Gecko.
He had 2 friends. You know who he was? You unmasked him? He was the bear.
No way!
What a twist that was!
For more information, check out episode 1 of the Party of One podcast, linked in the show notes.
Alright, so I'm getting beaten up in the ring.
Yeah, so now they're going to make their first move. They've already rolled Roughneck. So I'm going to have, again, the Ryback. He's going to pick you up.
Okay.
And just do a big old Goldberg-style vertical suplex. The crowd is chanting Goldberg to mock him.
Okay.
You have to beat a 2.
Me too. Alright, so
And then you gain momentum.
I'm gonna try to technical out of this, and I don't know if this is okay, but
Well, let me know and I'll tell you if
I'm
it's...
thinking maybe I'm gonna use my showman here, because I think I hear them chanting Heelberg. I'm pretty sure I'm hearing Heelberg. So
I'm going to accept that. I'm going to accept that invocation. Give me a fate point.
Sure, I like that one.
That's a good use.
I had a 0, so technical, so that's a 2, and then I guess
You
put
invoke
the
2,
show-
so you succeed. You've
Alright.
taken momentum from...
Woohoo!
You slipped out of the Ryback.
Alright, so
Well, let's... Right now, real quick, I want to define who is left in the ring.
yes, please do.
So we'll say it's 2d6 guys.
Okay.
Between 2 and 12. 10 guys in the ring.
There's 10 guys left in the ring. All right.
Just start naming guys that are going to be in the ring. And this is the back. This is the back end. We're 31. We're 32 guys in.
Okay, so we got Ryback. We know he's in there. Surprise entrance Jimmy Superfly Snook is in there, which
Snook is
is
in
crazy because he's murdered somebody and he's in jail. So why is he back there? I don't know. No one really
When
knows.
asked that question.
Yeah, we're gonna say big surprise. Byron Saxton.
Byron
Who's
Saxton.
in this? I'm gonna go with my boy A-Rai. A-Rai, guys, A-Rai. A-Rai's gonna be in there.
Alex Riley has shown up. Impressive because he is the only person to make his Royal Rumble entrance to complete silence.
Complete silence. Except for one guy going, hey, A-Rai, look at that.
Hey, it's A-Rai.
Look at that. Let's go with Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas is in there.
Bo Dallas has survived. He entered in number 3, and he just keeps people keep trying to eliminate him, and something happens to distract them. He's infringing on that "Hey, look over there" gimmick.
Yeah, we'll also put Goldust and Stardust both in there at the same time.
They're fighting each other.
Oh no, what's happening there? Very interesting.
How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna say Randy Orton is in the ring.
Randy Orton?
Randy Orton. We'll also put Sheamus in there because they have to fight each other forever. And we will say Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn?
Sami Zayn.
Oh, I beat him in a tag match once.
And then Slimy.
Slimy McGilbert.
There are 9 people. There are 9 people left.
Okay.
Periodically, I'm just going to name out a name, and we'll.
Okay. So I've slipped out of the Ryback. Ryback's
Yep.
probably going to come for me.
Yep.
So I'm going to do the old savvy of come on, come get me, and I'm going to pull the top rope down.
Okay.
And hope that he flies over.
Okay.
It. So here we go. Ooh, all right. Not good. Not good.
He has rolled a 2.
All right. Well, I've rolled a -3.
Well, his total is a 2, I should say.
Okay, so with my savvy, that is a 0 total. Yeah, I guess this isn't going to go well. I got 3 points to spend. So I'd have to get it to 3
Yeah.
for him to
Yeah.
go over the top.
You can spend a fate point to re-roll that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. And we'll say that because you are the most Rudo, you are just active, yeah. And this is classic Rudo tactic.
All right. That's all right, better. -2. So that brings me up to a 1.
All right.
So I could do one more thing and kind of tie so I don't lose momentum here.
Yeah,
But also tell him, look over there.
you can.
And that'll give me a +2 to this.
All right. So you've successfully,
Yeah.
I'm going to take the 1 stress box. And I'm going to say that 1 stress box is enough to eliminate the Ryback.
Yeah, he's been in there. He might have other stress boxes. We don't know how long he's been in the Royal Rumble at this point.
Now I am going to reveal one of the aspects that I've written down and also compel it
Oh boy.
at that moment to take momentum.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to invoke one of my aspects and take momentum. That the 3, 2, 1, boom, 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 boom. Finn Balor's music plays,
Oh!
and he has not forgotten the thing.
I'm pointing at him and I'm gesturing to the belt, and I'm like kind of convinced that this is now a title match for his belt.
Yeah, he has not forgotten the things that you have said, so he has taken momentum. He has hit the top rope, and he's going for a huge springboard drop kick. High risk. So he's going to roll high flying.
All right. And
He
I
rolls a +1 at 3. I'm going to up it because of the storylines in play aspect that the Royal Rumble has. I'm going to up that, so now it is you have to beat a 5 to avoid taking stress.
All right. I'm going to. I guess I'll do a roughneck. This way I can just pop him when he comes over the top.
And see if you can, because he's technically now in the ring.
Yeah. So I'll try to pop him out here. Ba-bam! That's a 0. So that's a 2. I'm not attacking, so I can't pull out a medal. Alright. So what do I have to be to...
Currently you have to beat a 5.
Oh, well that's just not happening. Now,
Okay.
Is it?
Okay, well then he's dealt you 3 stress.
Alright.
So you can mark off that 3 stress box, you can mark off a 1 stress box, and take a consequence. And if you cannot, the rule is if you can't take stress, so if those 3 boxes are filled and you take any damage after that, you either have to give up the match or continue taking consequences until you can't take any more, and then you're done.
Okay.
So there's some worth to taking a consequence.
Yeah, I'm gonna stress off the 1, and I'll take a minor consequence here.
You can define how that dropkick has affected you and what that consequence is. But I think that he is going to then just grab you and try to toss you.
I'm gonna say that what happens with every Royal Rumble match. How does a minor consequence work? How long does it stick around?
It sticks around until minor consequence sticks around until the end of the match. A moderate consequence sticks around until the following story, until the storyline is done.
Mm-hmm.
A major consequence sticks around until
Forever.
a number of major pay-per-views equal to your level. So in this case, it would stick around for essentially a year. And then an extreme consequence, which we talked about earlier, is just forever.
All right. Well, I have an idea for a minor consequence. I I want to see if this is okay with you.
Sure, go ahead.
I will say that I get kicked in the head, and I then suffer a fate that many wrestlers suffer, where there are occasions where I forget how the Royal Rumble works.
I'm all right with that. Forgotten rules.
And so we'll do something along the lines of anytime I go for an elimination, we'll roll a d6, and if I get a 1 or a 2, I go for a pin.
We'll just
instead of throwing them over the
What we'll do is we'll just say the forgotten rules, and then I can freely compel that anytime you make an action to be like, well, what actually happens?
All right, so I'll go with forgotten rules. I might accidentally go for a pinfall or
So
something.
yeah, like I said, he's just gonna now just start like forearming you, chopping you, and then go for a toss.
All right, so he's going to toss me over the top.
Yeah, and he has rolled a 4, 5, 6. He's gonna invoke his last fate point.
What the
He's
hell,
gonna get
Finn?
an 8.
What the
That
hell?
was real mad at you for shit talking him.
This is bad. Okay. All right, so I got some ideas of things I can do here. He's trying to throw me over. I'm gonna try to use some savvy here.
Okay. Actually, I am going to take that invocation of Forgotten Rules, the free invocation of that, bump it up 2, and then just say, like, you're at an 11. But I'm going to make you this deal and actually give you a compel.
All right.
If you take this damage, which is probably going to knock you out of the Royal Rumble, you still have the leverage for an NXT title shot at Mania.
But it's at an 11 now.
You've at 11 damage.
Oh, man. Okay.
And then you would take no damage if you accept the fate point and take the title shot at Mania.
Well, you're saying if I take that right now, I'm not even rolling, and I'm not even giving myself a chance.
You've conceded the Royal Rumble, and you're taking an NXT title shot at Mania.
Oh, that is a beautiful idea.
All right,
Slimy McHeelberg, however.
Okay. Well, then you're at an 11.
He can't. Why am I at an 11? Why are you invoking extra things if I didn't take the fate point?
Oh no. No, you're right. Yeah, you're at 9. You're at 9 damage.
Everybody, listen to Jeff cheat.
You are at 9 damage.
I'm at 9. All right, so I'm gonna use my savvy here, and just hope for the best. 9. All right, this is technically doable.
This is doable.
All right, so listen to that. Listen to that. Here we go.
That dice.
I rolled a -1. So this is just going to eliminate me. I'm not going
Just
to
eliminate you. That sets up your WrestleMania match for the next several months, where for the first time ever, the NXT title will be defended at WrestleMania. So you made it on the WrestleMania card, no matter what.
All right, I'll go ahead and I'll fly over the top.
Okay. Yeah.
Into the stands.
Finn Balor is then later eliminated by Kevin Owens, the winner of the Royal Rumble.
Well, my next question to you would be, sir. I have flown over the top rope, and both my feet have hit the floor.
Yep.
I do have this whole consequence where I don't remember the rules, so I think I might try to get back in the ring and perhaps attack Finn Balor.
I think that you eliminate Finn Balor. Yeah. Furthering your blood feud, which culminates at WrestleMania.
I throw him over the top rope, I beat him up a bit, I throw him back in the ring, and pin him.
Yes, that's exactly what happens.
and I take his belt. Yeah!
Oh no, now there's like a 2-month storyline where you have the belt and he can't get it back.
Yes. I'm hanging my medal off of it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So what has happened in the 2 months that has followed is he has been trying to get it back. Mm-hmm. At the last NXT taping before WrestleMania, the dirt sheets have been proven true. The Bullet Club, now the Balor Club, have debuted, beaten you up, taken the belt.
What? I no longer have forgotten the rules.
Now it is WrestleMania.
All right, good. I'm glad we skipped Fastlane.
Yeah. We didn't watch Fastlane because you know who watched Fastlane? Literally no one. Well, let me ask you, as I put down the final notes on the Finn Balor character sheet, what is Slimy Heel McKeelberg's WrestleMania entrance? Describe it in as much detail as you want.
Okay, all right.
The show of shows.
Lights go out. We see the large screen projects the greatest story ever told. Slimy McKeelberg world saver, fantastic lover, NXT champion. Slimy McKeelberg was born in Mexico to supermodel parents. We see a video of supermodel parents and a baby Slimy McKeelberg played by current Slimy McKeelberg.
Okay.
We go through. We're going to try to go through his entire life as he descends from the heavens, and we're going to have him get a little stuck on the way down, and he's going to be like, "Stop the video! I'm stuck. I need some help. Come on!" And it ends with for a DVD of this entrance.
Yeah.
Go to Slimy McKeelberg, ISaveTheWorld@OneTime.com. And
which just redirects you to the WWE shop. It really didn't really know you went to having the address, but they registered it.
Yeah, and the DVD will have audio commentary and the trailers for the DVD. It's a great deal.
Finn Balor's WrestleMania entrance. The entire Balor Club have been done up in demon makeup.
Mm-hmm.
They all look ridiculous. Finn Balor has debuted a new WrestleMania hat to complement his NXT London hat, where he just debuted a hat.
Oh, okay, so it's a cowboy hat?
Yeah, now it's a cowboy hat.
All right, cool.
So, the match begins. Ding, ding, ding.
Mm-hmm.
Let's roll for momentum.
All right, let's roll. Let's get some momentum going here. So it's just us locking up, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Woohoo! I rolled a 5.
He has rolled a 0. So you get, there's an aspect on the field.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What's the aspect? Do you just want it to be WrestleMania crowd?
Yeah, I guess we could do WrestleMania crowd. How about is exactly 1 year.
1 year since the
the day I saved the world.
Yep. And there's an elaborate sequence in the WrestleMania entrance of you fighting a guy in bad Frankenstein makeup.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have security footage. We have footage of that.
Yeah, I forgot we have footage of
There's
that.
footage of me ripping a man in half.
I forgot about that. Okay, so there's an aspect on the field that you can invoke at any point for free, for once. Then you can spend a fate point to invoke it further.
Okay.
So what's your move? What's your strategy here at WrestleMania?
My strategy here is, see, I got the Balor Club out there.
They're at ringside. They're circling.
Yeah, and I got no friends to help me, so...
You've alienated a lot of people.
Yeah, this is bad. I think I'm going to try to just get the move on him as quickly as possible. So I'm going to go right to, like, doing some leg breaking.
Okay.
And chop down the tree.
Okay.
So I'll do that. So I guess to start off, it would be a roughneck. Just kind of like...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Some snapping in there.
That makes sense.
Ooh, all right. I rolled another 5.
Okay.
So I have a 7.
Okay. He has a 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna let this damage happen. He's gonna take a 2 stress box.
Okay.
You're softening him up.
Mm-hmm.
What's your next strategy? You have momentum.
Okay. So he's down and he's hurt.
He's building some real baby face heat.
Yeah. What I'm going to try to do, since I'm clearly in control,
Yeah.
is I'm going to go to the top rope.
Oh no!
I'm going to go to the top rope, and I'm going to yell, he's like, "You better check on him at the ref." And then I'm going to go to the top rope, and I'm going to fall off on purpose, and I'm going to point at the Balor Club.
Yeah.
And say that they pushed me.
Oh no! I'm going to call that... I'm actually going to say that's an advantage. So that you can use your... Hey, look over there.
This is definitely savvy.
Yeah,
and I'm going to try to get them sent to the back.
Okay, that's a good one.
To the back.
So actually, because one of his stunts is that the Balor Club is there and it gives him +2 to savvy defense, he's going to try to defend that.
They're going to argue their way out of it.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Send him back. Don't disqualify him. Because I want to win the belt.
So they rolled 1, 2, 3. Got a 5.
Oh boy.
But you're at a 5 now, because between your stunt and your...
I just need a positive
result.
All right, let's re-roll.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and re-roll.
That's a negative.
You're making a big show of it.
That is a 0.
So you get so you can add 2. You still have the anniversary. You can guilt trip the ref.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can take the boost and maintain momentum, but just have a boost. Instead of a full aspect advantage.
I want them sent to the back. I don't want to deal with them.
Then you can invoke that aspect.
Yeah, and it's going to cost me another fate point.
Well, you've got the free invoke on the anniversary of the gecko's
All right,
death.
yeah, let me do that.
So you guilt trip him.
Yeah.
You guilt trip him.
Don't let...
Don't let him ruin the gecko's legacy.
Yes.
Yeah, so they
Remember that man whose ashes I threw all around?
So
you
they-
are ruining his legacy.
They are neutralized. You have neutralized one of his stunts, and there's an advantage on the field of a distracted ref.
All right.
And you get a free invocation on that.
Nice. So I've now used my savvy. So I'm going to guess Balor's is getting to his feet.
Yeah, he's on his feet.
I'm going to get ahead and get behind him.
Yep.
Get him in a nice waist lock.
Okay.
Take him down.
He's gonna try flip out of it.
And so I'm going to go technical on this one. Try to get him down.
He's gonna try flip out of it. You have to get a 6.
This does not sound good, folks. All right.
It's WrestleMania. It's a show of shows.
Yeah.
You've rolled a negative. That is the worst roll you can make. You rolled a 1 positive, 5 negative. Worst roll you can make.
So
You have a fate point to reroll
I
it.
think that's going to be a good idea. Because I don't want him succeeding with style right now. So,
And getting 11 points. Like, he would get 11 points out of it.
well, I'm in control.
Oh yeah, that's true. No, you're right. He would just get a boost.
You would just get a boost. No, I don't want to.
Yeah, go.
Let's not have a -5.
So you get a 6. You're rolling at +3, +2.
Yeah, because tech, yeah. All right. That's a little better with a -1.
So he's still going to succeed with style.
Yeah, I still want to
So he's fired up.
talk about it.
He's fired up. But the high flying was his highest stat though, and he can't use it again.
All right, so he's in control.
So he's just kicking. He's kicking you in the midsection. He's doing a series of quick kicks, and he's going to invoke that boost.
It's going to invoke the boost, all right.
Invoke the boost because he's fired up. He got a 3, 4, 5. He's now at a 7.
I don't like this. All right, so I can try to savvy my way.
Yeah,
out of
that's
this.
probably your best bet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a nice roll out of the. I've dropped the die. I'm gonna roll out of the ring,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to.
Oh, and you still have a free invocation on distracted ref. I should point out.
Oh,
Forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be important. So I'm gonna roll out of the ring, and I'm gonna try to hide underneath the ring for a little bit.
Okay.
All right,
Come on, I'm rooting for you.
Gonna be real bummed if I lose at WrestleMania. All right, so I'm savvying my way out of here. Oh no!
The ref is
That is
the ref
bad.
is distracted.
The ref was so distracted though that I get to roll this again. Get rid of that -4. These dice were rolling great all game.
You can change out the dice if you want.
No, these were doing great
Okay.
all games. Just now they've gone
It's just
cold
at
on me.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. Oh, damn it! So I failed. So that's a -3.
So that's 0.
Yeah. So that's a 0.
0. That's he rolled 3, 4, 5, 7. So he 7 damage.
7 damage.
7 damage.
That's not going to be good for me at all. Because I got my stress back from. All right. So I think I have to take a moderate consequence.
Okay.
And mark out my my $3 here. These are stiff kicks.
Yeah, he has knocked the wind out of you. You are dazed.
Right.
You've got that you've got the consequence.
All right, I'm dazed.
Well, it's a moderate consequence, so I'm going to say you've got some rib injuries.
Rib injuries. Yeah.
You're going to be coming out taped.
My ribs hurt.
What I'm going to say now is I don't want to do it,
Oh no!
but I have to do it.
No.
He's going to go for the corner drop kick.
Oh.
Set you up for the coup de grace.
Oh, I don't want this. I bet
He's rolled a 1. That's a 4. 6. So he's got a 6.
All right. So I just used my savvy. So I'm gonna try to just roughneck out of this. And
Okay.
So when he comes
Just
at
put
me,
up the knees, yeah.
I'm gonna
Put up the
put
knees.
up the knees and get him out of there. Come on, baby. I miss all my fate points.
It's been a hell of a WrestleMania match, though.
Yeah. That's a -1.
So that's 5 damage.
It's going to be 5 more damage. Mathematically, that's really hard for me to do.
I have 2 fate points, and I think I can just end this match. And I don't want to. I don't want to end it on this, but I think I have to. Noah.
Oh, God.
I think I'm gonna.
The streak!
I think I'm gonna invoke the winning streak and say that he's gonna try to end your streak. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
So what am I at now?
He was at 5, now he's at 9, because he's invoking your winning streak and the NXT title belt.
Both of them?
He's ending this match, Noah.
Well, if I take 1 stress.
Yeah.
And a minor consequence.
Yeah.
And a major consequence.
Yeah.
I can hang in there.
I think if that's what you want to do.
Well, I'm guessing that this is the end of this game. So I don't think it's going to be like, well, backlash time. No, I don't think you have a backlash in your pocket.
I don't have a backlash.
So I guess I have to do that.
Okay.
I can't. So the gecko died.
The gecko died.
I saved the world.
You saved the world.
Yeah.
So if you lose at WrestleMania, you're still a worldwide hero.
I can't lose. I have the streak.
All right.
So I take 1 consequence.
So
what is wrong with me now?
So you're
sir?
winded, but you've now got straight up broken ribs. They're the bruised ribs, but they're also now broken.
Broken ribs.
But he's freaking out because he thought that was the end.
So I just kicked out of the coup de grace.
You kicked out of coup de grace.
Yeah, got the shoulder
Not
up.
even, you didn't get the knees up in time, so he landed it, but you kicked out of it, and the crowd has lost it.
Alright.
So it's important to note that if you still lose this, you still have a WrestleMania moment that's going to be on all of the DVDs forever.
Sweet.
But he's going to put you up for the Bloody Sunday.
Is that his brain buster move?
Yeah. It's named after a massacre, and it's weird. Okay. But he rolled a 0, and he has no more fate points.
Alright, so...
Oh, wait, no, he still has 2 more fate points because of all the damage that he's done.
Yeah, so I'm so broken. Well, I'm gonna go with Savvy here.
So he's gonna invoke 1 just to deal you some damage. He's gonna take your broken ribs.
And my Savvy
Yeah.
is I'm going to beg.
Okay. I think there's no other way this goes. Yeah.
I'm just gonna beg here and just hope for the best. Just like, please don't. Depending on how well this goes, I want to.
I actually.
What I'm going to say.
Okay, well, I actually have. If this doesn't go well and he deals you damage and this ends it, I actually have a very nice consolation that I've just thought of.
All right. Well, we're going to see how this goes. And then we'll see what words I say. So,
yeah.
Here we go. So I'm rolling. That's a 0. And he rolled a 0.
He rolled a 2 because he invoked one of those aspects. So he's only got a 2. So I think
I have
you got
a 3.
It.
So
you did it. You have momentum.
I was like, please, Finn, not today.
Okay.
Like
he's taken a step back and he's like letting you get up.
Yeah.
Well, here's what happens. Here's why this succeeds. He extends you the 2 sweets.
Ooh. So I could just join Balor Club?
You can join the Balor Club.
Ooh, that's really tempting. It sucks that I can't use Savvy right now. So, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna look at the crowd and I'm gonna ask you, how the crowd feels about this.
The crowd is blowing up. Are you kidding me? This is a big moment. The Balor Club was a huge deal when they debuted. And now Slimy McKeelberg's gonna be a member? That's nuts. That's huge. That's huge, Noah. That's compel a fate point huge.
Oh, damn it. Alright. So, I'm so tempted to, there's so many things I want to do. I'm trying to think. But if the crowd is
eating it up,
super into it, I guess I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
You too sweet him.
I give him the too sweet.
The way it ends. The way it all ends. You too sweet. Slimy McKeelberg.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
Hold up now.
Okay, go ahead.
I have momentum.
Oh yeah, you do have momentum. So
yeah.
We're gonna call this his defense, is putting out the Savvy. So I'm gonna roll. He gets a 3. And I'm gonna give, he gets a 3. Well, I'm gonna give it 2 because it's Balor Club themed and that was his stunt. So he's now at a 5.
neutralized them, I thought.
You didn't neutralize the offer of joining the Balor Club, though.
All right, so I can accept. That doesn't mean I'm laying down.
That's true.
So I would give him the 2 sweet and then ask where my shirt is.
That's a good one.
It's like, I need my shirt.
That's a good one. In fact, I'm going to take that fate point back and say you can go ahead and roll savvy just because you're messing with his head now.
Oopsie. I want to make this very clear. I'm joining the Balor.
Oh yeah, you're in the Balor.
I'm 100% joining.
But
this match is still happening.
But he thought you were laying down, and that's why I'm saying savvy is still on the table.
Right.
He thought you were laying down.
All right, and that's a 1.
That's a 4.
So that's a 4.
With the aspect that you invoked, I'm gonna say you got it.
All right, so I'm gonna be like
that hit him. You've hit like you.
All right, so I'm gonna be like, I need my shirt.
You're doing that, and the crowd is now booing.
Well, because I want a shirt.
Well, because you're doing Slimy McHeelberg heel tactics.
No, I'm like, oh yeah, join in. Yeah, give me the shirt. And the moment he turns away, I really want to reach in and grab my
Go for
thing.
it. That's a +3. You're rolling a 3.
And wrap it around. Well, this is a roughneck, right?
That's what I mean. So it's a roughneck attack. Oh yeah, your roughneck. You bumped up your roughneck.
Yeah, so
it's a 4.
4.
So he's also rolling a 4. This is a big thing.
So when he turns around, my plan is to
Just nail him.
Just nail him. Always
You
cheating.
got a 4. So you just have to get a positive result to hit him and hurt him bad.
Mm-hmm. That's a -1. I'm going to say that I collapse in pain.
That's fair.
Just from everything. Like looks like I was gonna level him.
That's fair. Well, yeah, you go for it. Like, he turns around, you go to throw him the punch, and he hits the Pele kick from behind, and you just go down. I think he has to go for the coup de grace again.
Yeah, because now he's just in control. So I could be fine.
No, but you know what? He can't, because you have to spend a fate point to use your finisher twice. So I think he just has to he's going to hit you with a sling. Can he just use roughneck?
Hanging in there, folks.
Choke you out, man. He's just gonna have to try and choke you out. And he rolled a -1. You can take momentum.
So he's just trying to choke me out here.
Mm-hmm.
What did he roll?
He rolled a -1.
-1. All right.
So depending on your
I'm gonna try to reverse this thing. And just hope for the best. That's a -1.
But you're at a 2 technical, so you still got it.
I still got it.
You still got it. So you got momentum again.
So what I'm going to do now is, I've reversed it. I'm on top of him. I'm going to go for the Slimy McHeelberg amazing move.
I saved the world.
But remember, I saved the world that one time. But I'm going to say that as I stand up, I can't quite stand up straight.
Yeah.
Just because I'm so broken.
Okay.
Just my ribs are just destroyed, and I just can't take it. So I kind of curl up into this, like, fetally position, and then I feel okay with being in this position. And I kind of think back, and I'm like, you know what I could?
Oh my God!
You know what I could do?
Dude, the cutie crusher.
I think I could actually hit a cutie crusher, because I don't have to stand up straight. So I'm going to go for that and try to wrap him around the knees.
So you get the 2 for technical. A free invocation. He doesn't have any consequences, but you're at a +4 already. Mm-hmm. He is going to try, and he's got to try to get to the rope. He doesn't have another option. So he's got to roll a +2 savvy. So you got a 3.
What are you going to roll?
You just got to get a 3. You got to get a -1 to tie it. Anything else does damage.
Come on, positive. Come on, positive. I love you, dice. Damn it!
Wait, so you can drop that to a +2. You can drop it to a 2, at which point you still make it, but then you can roll again and potentially do some damage. Because instead of using your dice for a +2, which I'd already factored in, you can use it to reroll. So reroll those dice.
Oh, okay, all right, I'm rerolling. That was a -4, folks. All right, here we go.
Come on.
That's a -2.
So you got a boost.
All right.
So you got a boost. So he's hurting.
All right. So
And that boost has a free invoke on it. You can invoke that for free.
Alright.
So if you have another finishing maneuver in mind,
the Cootie Crusher just...
perhaps involving that metal.
Yeah. He broke out of it, and I'm so beat.
Yeah.
And I'd look at it, I'm just like, I'm so sorry, Gecko. I'm so sorry, I couldn't do anything. I just couldn't do it. And I hold it in my hand, and I hold it, and I'm just gonna crawl over the top to the turnbuckle here, and it's gonna be everything I have left in me. Just kind of like, almost like a Superman-like punch.
Yep, this is it, yep. And it's all on this. If you land this, he's out.
Yeah, so I gotta go for it. I'm hoping. So this is a roughneck, which is a 2, plus my +2 for having this award. Here we go. 0. So I have a 4. And I make this big swing.
Slimy McKeelberg just won the NXT title.
Oh, I connect. I land on top of him.
You 1, 2, 3. Slimy McKeelberg, the crowd is chanting Slimy. The Balor Club comes out. They hug you.
Yes.
You all start stomping Finn Balor.
Oh, no, I do not.
Oh, okay.
We are the Valor Club.
So you pick him up then.
So we pick him up because I grab a microphone and I say, I'm glad that I was able to keep the belt in the family here in the McKeelberg Club.
He too sweet.
I'm at least going to change the name. McKeelberg, that guy that saved the world at one time.
He too sweets you.
We too sweet.
And you as a group reign over the WWE.
Yeah. Just with my broken ribs.
With your broken rib. Well, now you've got bodyguards to cover you up. That's character growth.
and I'm the world champion.
And that's pay-per-view. That's WrestleMania. That's the Party of One WrestleMania Spectacular.
I was on the edge of my seat, like, well, how am I'm not going to get out of this one, I think. Because storyline-wise, I probably should have lost.
Yeah. Let's be real. You should have lost that match.
But like, we didn't fudge anything. Like, that legit.
No, you straight up won.
We straight up got out of this.
Noah Houlihan, what a game you just played. What an episode you just recorded. Any closing thoughts for the fans at home?
Yeah, be sure to check out the Plus 2 Comedy podcast. That's plus2comedy.podbean.com. You can also check out plus2comedy.wordpress.com because plus2comedy.com is still broken. You can also check us out. We're going to be at DexCon this year, JohnCon in Baltimore, Anime Next, Anime Next, yes, in Atlantic City, and also Castle Point Anime Convention. Come see me there. I'll be wrestling and doing comedy. It'll be a great time. And, yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Noah, thank you for coming on the show. Jeff Stormer, any closing thoughts for the fans?
I sure do, and listen up, Kev, because I got a lot of things I want to get off my chest. First of all, thanks for coming in and doing the ring announcing. I really appreciate it. You made the episode so special. Secondly, thanks to Noah for coming on to the show. Check out plus2comedy.podbean.com and follow him on Twitter at TVsNoah. Third, thanks to Rob for designing pay-per-view. Rob actually has a Kickstarter out now for a crime comic called Girls Heist Out. There's a few days left on it, and I'd love it if you could go back it. There's a link that can be found in the show notes. Fourth, if you're curious about any of the wrestlers mentioned in this episode, I've put up a primer at partyofonepodcast.tumblr.com. You can read bios of the wrestlers, see their character sheets, and if you're interested, a few links to some match recommendations. Fifth, follow the show on Twitter at partyofonepod, like the show on Facebook at facebook.com/partyofonepodcast, and leave us a nice review on iTunes. Sixth, Party of One is produced by Jeff Stormer and Jen Frank. This episode is edited by Jeff Stormer. Music for the show comes from a few different places. Infinite Lives by Mega Maran, featuring the D&D Sluggers. Going Home by Kirby Crackle. And WrestleMania by the Stars of WrestleMania. Seventh, if you want to step in the ring with me, shoot me an email at partyofonepodcast@gmail.com. I'm always looking for cool new people to play cool games with. And finally, thanks for listening, and remember, you there? You there at home? Yeah, you. You've got that Nakamura-ness inside of you.